live here on a Tuesday. Thanks to those of you that jumped in this one early and often when it hit our website live at 9 a.m. Pacific this morning. BulldogSportsCards.com. 9 a.m.ers, thank you so much. Appreciate the love, y'all. All cards will ship. Thank you very much for the rip. Good luck. Thanks, Buntman. Cortland Sutton. Joe Horn Silver. Purple Pulsar Conklin. Joe Milton Rookie. Rome Adunze. Jalen Polk and the Drake May. Jefferson. Malik Neighbors on the Purple Pulsar Rookie Gear. Rashee Rice, Bo Nix. Ed McCaffrey Silver. Oops. Denzel Walker, or Devontae Walker. Jewel Penix. Montgomery and a Singletary Purple Pulsar. Colt. Xavier Legette, that's a nice one there. Ben Sinnott, Purple Pulsar. Jaden Daniels. T-Law, Marvin Harrison. Cade Otton Silver, Smith. Man, that would be nice. I don't think there was a single Jaden in the first break. So having at least a base card is is a better start to this case. There wasn't even a base one in the entire blaster case. Not even a freaking base. That's how you know C. Ward is out on a dinner date or something and not paying attention, because he'd be bitching if he was here right now. A whole case with not even a single base. He would be lighting me up in the chat. There's a verse, so that's how you know he's out on a date with a hot date with his wife or something. Not even paying attention, because he would be crying right now. That's alright, all we gotta do is make up for it here in this case, and then we're all good. There's a Marvin Harrison Jr. on the purple Pulsar. Brock Bowers is nice. Jacobs. Xavier Worthy. Terrell Davis. Ooh, sick one here for the Jaguars. That's a Brian Thomas Jr. silver. A Muhammad, Michael Pittman Jr., a Simmons. Ooh, black and red checkerboard of Cribs. Ooh, that's a big boy there. That's a sick one there for Big Jimmy D6. Nice hit there, Jim. Penix, DJ Moore, a Drake May purple Pulsar patch here for Riley T. Riley's on the board this break. Christian Gonzalez, Roma Dunze silver, another nice one there. Jatavian Sanders. It only takes one. That's right, Mr. Nasty. What up? What up, dude? It actually, you're right. With him, it only takes one. Daniels, you're right. The A silver pays for both breaks and then some, probably doubles it. Pulsar definitely covers it with some extras. Sanders, Ellis, Thrash, Silver Namath, Estemi, Aaron Jones, a looking Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers. Cook, Neighbors, Washington, Shipley, Wes Welker, Troy Franklin, Pearsall, Gary, Brian Thomas Jr., nice one here for the Jaguars. Great break for the Jaguars already. Holy smokes. Devontae Walker. Unfortunate event played out today with our flooring, so Patrick Mahomes silver, that's sick. Sauce. Patrick Surtain, Malik Neighbors, O'Leary, Xavier Worthy, very nice there as well. And a Will Shipley. All right, starting to heat up here. Found some good cards already in this first 25% of the break. Nick Chubb silver, Lad McConkey, Pearsall, Karloftis, Isaac, So hot, right? Why they're so hot? Yeah, I agree. So, you know, my wife and I have been saving up for new floors in our house for a while. We've been in our house for over 20 years now, if you can believe it. Or just about 20 years. How long have we been in our house, babe? About 20 years. About 20 years we've been in there. We live in like a, you know, a tract home subdivision. But you know what? When we were ready to buy a house, unfortunately, it was the worst time in history, at like 2006. That's when we bought. Xavier Legette, nice one here for the Panthers. So you know, you had to do what you had to do. Ooh, bang! That's a banger. So obviously a 20-year-old home needs some upgrades. You know, we, surprisingly enough, well, not surprisingly enough, we actually keep the house in great shape. So for like all the, like whenever one pops up like for rent or something, or for sale on Zillow, you know, we'll scope it out. How does that compare to ours, etc. And ours was in immaculate shape compared to some of those others that we've seen. Xavier Legette. But needed new floors. Actually, didn't need new floors. We wanted new floors. Let me rephrase. We wanted new floors. Holland, Delp. So we paid. We got a referral from a friend that, you know, works for a company that's been in town here for over 30 years. Fairly reputable company, you know, for the most part. And got new flooring throughout the whole downstairs. I mean, the whole house got refloored. Carpet in 2 areas. The rest was all luxury vinyl planking. So we put a pretty penny into it. And when we were going through the you know, the initial walkthrough, we were pretty clear about, you know, what we wanted to see fixed and what might need to be addressed and how we wanted things to happen, and a lot of promises were made. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring a machine in and you know, ride it around and grind it up. It has a vacuum on it, so there's gonna be minimal dust. We're gonna tape everything off. We're gonna put plastics on everything, and you know, yeah, it's gonna be a little dust, but don't worry, you can live in it. Like it's gonna be fine. It's only a little bit of dust. We're gonna have the vacuum, and you know, we're gonna do all this. Absolute cluster dust fuck all around our house, dude. Like, just, I still don't think we've recovered from that as much, and it's been a month. I mean, we have, but not really, you know what I mean? Like, still cleaning shit. Anyhow, there was also 3 areas that we knew might need some special attention, because the tile, like, we had ceramic 12 by 12 tiles on it, pretty big tiles actually, 12 by 12, 1 square foot tiles. Man, we should be ripping cars. I'm gonna telling stories. Jatavian Sanders, Caleb Williams, another nice Williams hit here. Vlad McConkey. Baker Mayfield. Anyhow, so, you know, we had, we've been in that house for 20 years. We kind of know, like, a couple tiles were cracked because, and when you, like, were to drop a ball on them or something, like a tennis ball or one of those rubber bouncy balls, you can definitely hear that it was hollow underneath, or just, you know, the floor may not be perfectly level beneath it or whatever. But what we heard from these guys were, hey, you know, they gave you the old song and dance. They told you everything you wanted to hear. They're like, don't worry, you know, we're like artisans, and nothing goes well without the prep work, and we're gonna take time to make sure the prep work is right, and, you know, no job gets done right without the best prep work. We've been doing this for 30 years, and we're gonna prep it. We're gonna make sure your floor is level. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make sure there's no dust. Oh yeah, they tell you every freaking thing you want to hear, dude. So they you know, do an absolute, like, just, you know, to top it off, like, during our install job, okay? Like, and this is gonna be sensitive to some, and those of you that are lost a loved one are gonna resonate with something that I say. So the contractor crew, guy subleases, Audrey Gastemi for the Broncos, and the Dalton Kincaid, Caleb Williams. Wow, they're killing this box. McLaurin, Najee Harris, Baker Mayfield, Rome Dunze. The guys, the crew that was working on our house was a father, a son, and a nephew. A father, a son, and a nephew. The father had been doing it for a very, very long time. Son and nephew just look like they picked up a freaking tile for the first time ever. And in the middle of our job, they're like, hey, we're gonna take Friday off, you know, and Saturday off, because you know, last week, within like 4 or 5 days, they had just lost their the dad's father and the 2 kids' grandparent, right? They just lost him, right? And I lost my dad a couple years ago, and I can tell you this: I didn't want to be at work. I was having trouble processing. I was kind of lost. You're like, what do we do? You know, like, and you might be the best X. You might be the best plumber. You might be the best electrician. You might be the best account manager for an insurance company. You might be the best salesman. You might be the best at whatever you're doing. But in a time of trauma like that, the last place you want to be, most likely, everyone says, oh, I want to be at work because it helps me get away and not focus on it. Bullshit. Like, you ain't focused on work. Like, it's just somewhere to be, but like, you're the last place you want to be or should be is there. You're not focused. You're having a hard, like, it's just like, I don't care what type of person you are or how good at your job you are. When you go through a loss like that, like, you just can't perform and function, you know, up to your normal standards. It's just not possible. I don't believe it. So anyhow, that happened in the middle of the job, right? and then so they install the floor, and the floor we chose is a good floor. It looks beautiful. It's nice. But in those 3 spots that I had called out and that we had called out, the prep work didn't happen. They didn't level the floor. They didn't put a little extra base, you know, a little extra base to raise the floor a little bit, so when they laid the vinyl planking, it would, you know, all be even across the whole floor. So what happens? There's a nice Brock Bowers here for the Raiders. So when you walk on it, you hear like a hollow noise, you know? Like, it's a floating floor, so, you know, a little bit of hollow sound does occur when you walk on it, but not like where it sinks down like a quarter of an inch more than the rest of the floor, or you can feel and hear the hollowness in there because, you know, one side of the board, you know, is higher than the other, right? Like, so and the stairs they just did were horrible. So they come out and fix the stairs because we're like, this isn't good enough. They come out and fix it. I try and tell them about the floors. They basically told me that, you know, this is the way the floor is. This is what it should sound like. You know, don't worry. You know, these installers. You know, they install floors in $3 million houses, and you know, like, that's kind of offensive to me. Like, in a way, like when you say that to someone, there's an implication there that one of 2 things, like, either like you don't think, like, I don't know how to say it, but when you say things like that to people, like, you're almost implying that whatever is done in my house, I should just be happy with because these guys know what they're doing, and they do it this way in $3 million houses or whatever, you know? I don't have a $3 million house. Probably never will. But like, you know, it really irritated me, for one. And then for 2, when they fixed the stairs the first time, it's worse. Like, they literally made it worse. So I called the sales guy. The sales guy and the install guy are different. Called the sales guy and I'm like, hey, the install guy is telling me that everything is right, everything is fine, but I'm telling you, dude, I'm not happy. Let's the 3 of us get together. You come out here, Mr. Sales Guy. You come out here, contractor, flooring install guy, and let's have a conversation. I want you to see this. I want you to hear it. I want you to feel it and tell me. There's a Spencer Rattler auto. So anyhow, we scheduled an appointment. Install guy shows up. Sales guy doesn't even, who set up the appointment and everything, the sales guy doesn't even bother to show up. Doesn't even bother to show up. The installer goes, oh, this guy got stuck out in Selma. Sorry, about 30 minutes away. He's not gonna be able to make it. I'm like, well, he's the one I wanted here. Like, I'm done dealing with you, install guy. You're the problem. Anyhow, we left that meeting, and he told me whatever I wanted to hear. He told me everything I wanted to hear. We're gonna, you know, from this part of the kitchen all the way back to the bedroom, we're gonna rip up the floors and rip up the baseboards, and we're gonna relay it, and we're gonna do it. We're just gonna make you happy. I'm like, I left it. I was like, okay. Well, I called. I was chatting with my wife over the weekend and whatnot. She yelled at me. That's okay. We yelled back. Anyhow, we decided that, hey, we already just went through like 3 months of this. We don't want our house. Like, what if it turns out worse again? You know? What if it turns out worse again? And then we're going through this. And so I called the guy and basically told him that we want him to fix our stairs, and I don't want him touching anything else in my house, you know, and we're definitely not happy. He's like, oh man, oh, he was like shocked. I'm like, dude, like, you didn't even care enough, like, don't act like you care. You didn't even care enough to show up. You didn't even care enough to hear. So, got our floors done. There's probably 3 spots that I'm unsatisfied with. And I'm just kind of just like bummed out because, I'll tell you why I'm bummed out. Because, like, how many things in life do you buy that are more expensive than floors? You know, maybe a house, a car, get a divorce. That's more expensive than floors sometimes. But there's not many things that you buy that are more expensive than floors. And you know what? These Fiedlers, we work fucking hard, man. We work hard. We work hard. We make our own money. We have great customers. But we work our asses off, man. Like, we're working 12-hour days, you know. You save up, you scratch and claw, you save up, you know, $200 a week here, you know, $50 some weeks here. You save up for, you know, this big expenditure, so you don't have to take out a loan. You don't have to, like, I don't know if, you know, like, so we planned. We've been saving for a long time, and then this thing that's supposed to just make your life great and just change your outlook just becomes a nuisance, and just leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth, when it should be the exact opposite. Like, I should feel rewarded and blessed, and I should feel as though, like, we just did one of the greatest things that we could do, and instead I'm pissed off. Doesn't that suck? And yes, they offered to fix it. Yes, they said they'd make it right. That's what they said. But at some point, it's like, you know, I guess I shot myself in the foot, right? Kind of. They said they were gonna do it, but then again, like, they gotta take off all the baseboards. Oh, guess what? The baseboards I just paid for, I paid to have installed. I had my whole entire house painted too. The baseboards just got repainted. They're gonna come in here and rip them off with the same lackluster care that they did the rest of the fucking work with, and then I'm gonna be stuck with even more problems. So we're just like, you know what? Like, he's like, well, we said we were gonna go do it and this and that. And it's like, yeah, you did, but you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. Moving on. Might even pay someone else to have them cover up their work. I don't know. Just to be done with them. Just be done with them. Bucky, Kenneth Walker, Lauby. Alright, let's focus on finding some more bangers in the last 6 boxes of this case. Brendan Rice autograph. Hey, we've had a good number of autographs in this case. Surprisingly enough, we've had a good number of autographs here in this case. Drew Brees on the Pulsar. A great number of autographs, actually. I feel like more than ever. Washington, Brock Powers. Xavier Legette. Penix. Jordan Jefferson. Matt LaFleur. Xavier Worthy. Jaden Daniels. Jefferson Harrison. Marv Levy, a JJ. Michael Wilson. Roman Wilson. Russell Wilson. McMillan. Drake May. That's a beauty there, Riley. Herbert. Stevenson, Latu. Yeah, like, I'm just, I'll wait for the movie, Hunter B. I'll wait for the movie. Slayton, Campbell, Barker, Baker. Daniel Carlson. Hey, there's a Jaden Daniels purple pulsar. That's sick. Lad. Schultz. Witten. Oricorico. Stafford, Pickens. McCarthy. Reed. Ooh, baby. Wow. Sick hit there, Riley. Back-to-back bangers and a Bucky. And a Bucky for Wiggy. I think Wiggy got the Bucks in the filler. That's going to be nice. That's a nice one there, Wiggy. See, one more banger for this last box here just to set us over the edge here, huh? Dak. Javon Baker, silver rookie. Joe Horn. A.D. Mitchell on the Pulsar. Drake May base. Chris Johnson, silver. Coing. Brock Bowers. Joey Bosa. Xavier Worthy. Zaire Franklin Bullard. That's going to round out the case. What a good case it was. I'm going to have to get some more of these just to have them on deck. Maybe do a random team here or there. I think that would be positive. I don't think I have any more. I think we went through everything that I had. We went through a lot of these, actually. We definitely went through a lot of these. All right, recap coming here. May Pulsar. McCarthy Pulsar. Brock Bowers. Brendan Rice. Corum. Rattler, Milton, Bowers, Estemi, Caleb Williams, Leggett Auto, Pearsall, the Caleb, Patrick Mahomes, Worthy, Thomas, Pearsall again, May, Caleb Pulsar, Brian Thomas silver, Leggett silver, Adunze. I mean, that was a great case, guys. Thanks for the fill. We're going to try and run that back probably later in the week, probably over the weekend. I'll see if I can get some here in a couple days. We'll run one of those over the weekend again. Those are good. Those are good.